Hey guys, I'm here to do another tutorial for you, and this one is by the title, a reincarnation, a recreation of Emma Watson's look in the Midnight Rose for Lancome ad for the perfume. It's kind of hard to, like, the picture's like this. Hey, does it look like it? It's like this, and so I'm kind of guessing this is what is on top, so, I mean, I don't know. This is what I would do if from the looks of it, and the lip and the cheek and everything, and the brown hair. Hello. Forgot that I haven't introduced you guys to it yet. I have brown hair now, obviously. It's kind of faded out a little bit already, but yeah, I decided to. Eventually I'll go back to being blonde. Don't worry about it, because I love my blonde. Blonde is my life. So I'll go back to that eventually, but just wanted to say I did it. And it fits this look since she has brown hair. I mean, hers is like slick back though, so there. Do I look like her now? My big forehead and my crazy eye going on over here. Okay, this is long enough, so let's get right onto this tutorial. Remember to check the blog post link below for pictures and our products list. Yeah. Alright, bye-bye. By my little magic wand. Okay. Alright, so I already did my brows, and I did them softer than normal because hers are pretty natural, like shaped and everything. So I just took a fluffy brush and took my eyeshadow color that I use, which is Cross Cultural by MAC, and just fanned it through. And I applied the Tarte primer, the natural lift or lifted primer, on my eyes and underneath them. And for the first color, I'm just going to take a brush like this, just like a short shader one. And I'm going to take Vintage Lace by Revlon. This is a matte, like, skin tone shade, like a lighter one, obviously. And if you have MAC's Vanilla, this is a pretty good dupe. That's why I picked this up, because I don't have Vanilla by MAC. So the eyeshadow, not the pigment, because I guess the pigment is like more of like has a shimmer to it and everything. So this is matte. But I mean, it's just lighter than my skin tone, so it's gonna be based on whatever you use for, like, whatever, based on your skin tone, you know what I mean. So I'm putting that underneath the brow, and then just all underneath it. Some on the inner corner, and then on the lid. Just everywhere on the lid. But really pack it underneath the brow and on the inner corner. Now I'm going to take a blending brush. I'm going to take the color I used for my brows, which is this one, Cross Cultural. It's a matte brown. Just put that in the crease just a tiny bit, just so it's faintly there, and you just have a little bit of definition just right there. And then if you get too much, you can just take what's left on the brush that you used for the skin tone shade and then just go over it like that. Now the main color that we're using for this tutorial, which is like all of this right here, is Steel by MAC. And this is just a shimmery gray, like dark gray color. I'll let it focus. You can see it has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's a Volux Pearl finish, so it's pretty soft and has that pearly finish. It's more of a cool toned gray. But if you have Hocus Pocus from the Blogger's Obsession collection, also by MAC, you can use this. You can see it's more of like a warm, like golden brown kind of. You can even use Ace by Urban Decay. It's this one right here. But this one's really shimmery, so like kind of overkill shimmery for this look in particular. So I'm using just the pencil brush to apply this with. I'm getting quite a bit onto the brush. And I'm going to run this along the lower lash line first. And again, I'm going off what I can see, so I'm kind of guessing as to what's going on up here. But I'm running this along the lower lash line because you can see in the picture that she has some down there. And on the bottom it seems like more shiny. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of that Ace shade that I just showed you, tap it in there, and then tap it on your hand just to get away the extra. And then just lightly run it along that. And then from MAC, I'm going to take Electra. This is just a silver. Again, tap it in there. Tap it on your hand. and then run it along there. That's just really going to help to give it a little bit of a shine that you can see in the picture. And if you get too much, just take that brush again and run this underneath it so it can kind of blend it out. Like that. So I'm getting more of steel onto the brush and just going up from where my lash line would take me. And then I'm going inward from this little line. I'm going to run this along the whole lash line and really start to blend this upwards towards the crease, but not exactly in it. And continue blending this onto the lash line. You want it to be faint here in the inner region and then kind of build up to the shape like you were just doing liner, like you start out thin and then get thicker out here. And what you can do is take that blending brush and then just blend this up and down and start to take that into the crease. And again, take this brush and then just run it over it just to lighten it up a little bit. It's if you have too much, that is. And then just faintly take this into the crease a little bit, just so you can blend it in with that brown. And I decided to add this last minute, but I'm going to take Midnight 15 out of the Urban Decay palette. This is the 15th anniversary palette. I don't think it's available anymore, but I'm sure this is in a different palette. But I'm just going to take it a little bit on my finger, just barely tapped it, and then I'm going to tap it on my hand. And then just put this in the middle of the lid just to give it some shine, and then I'm going to do that technique again and put that in the inner corner. And then just pick up a little bit more vintage lace and tap onto that inner corner, the matte, just to kind of give it more of like a shine rather than a shimmery finish. And then onto the lid too. And then I'm going to take Blackout out of the anniversary palette. It's just a matte black, so I don't need to show you. Or you could use Carbon by MAC. Any matte black will do. And I'm just going to take it on a short little shader brush like this. And run this along the entire lash line, kind of covering up the shadow that we put down there. Really building it up out here. And then I'm going to take Zero by Urban Decay. It's just a black eyeliner. And I'm just going to run that on top of the matte black. And then take the shader brush and smudge that. So like that, and what I did was I just took a little bit of vintage lace, just like on the tip of it, and then just kind of smudged that along the black, just so it kind of got a little too high, I'm gonna be honest. And just to kind of blend it down and kind of make it not too harsh of a line. And then I'm not winging it out, because it's not winged out in the picture, because trust me honey, I would. And what I did out here, just so it wasn't so harsh, is I picked up some more steel and just kind of took my brush and circled it right there. Then I also took the liner and just kind of pushed it into my lashes so that there weren't any gaps. Not necessarily tight lining, but kind of, you know what I mean. So I'm going to take my little eyeliner brush, take some more of Zero, and just put this right up against the lashes on the bottom lash line. Because in the picture she has a line, like a really thin line, right against her lashes. And then I'm just taking this flat eyeliner brush and picking up some more vintage lace. I took away any moisture or black eyeliner that got onto my waterline. And I'm patting this powder into the waterline just to kind of lighten it up, and not using white because that'd be too harsh. This might irritate your eyes, so if it does, don't do it, please. I'm not responsible. So that's it for the eyes. I'm going to curl my lashes and apply the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara and come back and tell you what I did for the rest of the face. Alright, so everything is done. Here's the eyes up close. I really defined the bottom lashes because hers are. Oh, that was a creepy eye right there. And for my foundation, I mixed these two together. And one, because this is pretty like, I would say this is probably medium to full coverage. And so this will like kind of water it down in a sense. And in the picture it looks like she has a very like sheer foundation, like a sheer base of foundation, because like her freckles are still coming through and everything. So I wanted to kind of water this down, and I mean kind of made the shade of it match more. So that's what I did, and then I set it with my Mineralized Skin Finish and Lightscapade. This just kind of like, well, it sets the foundation, and it just kind of gives it like a nice little like healthy looking glow. So I like that. I also used this for my highlight. I just used my new little fan brush that I got today. I really just kind of did that and kind of drug it down. For my blush, I used my Cargo, the Big Easy. This is just a peachy pink with like a sheen to it. And for my bronzer, I used my Herbal Mosaic powder in Sunkissed. Used that right underneath my cheekbones. I contoured my nose with the fan brush too, with the same color I used on my brows and on my eyes, which is cross-cultural, just a matte brown. And then for my lips, I used MAC's Violetta. This one's from the Venomous Villains collection. I'm pretty sure that the shade itself is still available. It might be pro, so you might have to call your store or something to see if they have it. And I just applied a sheer, like, I always use my lip brush, but I just used like a tiny bit of it and tapped it on my lips just to kind of give it like a stain. And then I took MAC's Sweet Joy, I think. Revenge is Sweet lip gloss. Also from the Venomous Villains collection. It's just like a jelly pink, like a jelly pink violet kind of color. Ooh, dropped it. But I just kind of dabbed that on my lips as well with the lip brush, just to, so it's not like a legit like glossy lip. It's just kind of like a lip with a shine to it. So I hope you guys liked it, and yeah, so check the blog post link below for pictures and a products list if you didn't watch the whole video. If you didn't, shame on you. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, bye bye.